The NFC East was the worst division in the entire NFL in 2020, but maybe that changes with Dallas getting Dak Prescott back under center for 2021. We're breaking down the NFC East with SI Fantasy and Gambling analyst Michael Fabiano and Ben Heisler. And Fabs, I'm going to go to you first because I know the Cowboys are your team. Now, are you going to go out on a limb and say they're going to be the division champions this season?
Nope, not jinxing it. Not going there. The defense has a lot to prove. The offense is going to be bananas good. The defense has a lot to prove. I know the Cowboys spent most of their draft capital on defense. We'll see if it pans out and it actually bears fruit in 2021. But I feel like even though this division was bad last season, and it was, I mean, Washington won it at 7-9. The Giants got better in the offseason, right? Kenny Galladay, they brought in Kadarius Toney. I mean, their defense should be pretty good. The Eagles, I love Jalen Hurts from a fantasy perspective. Not sure how many games he's going to win. I don't know that they got significantly better. They brought in Devontae Smith as well. This is a team that I feel like is probably going to be somewhere in the 7-10 range. I got to remind myself it's not 7-9 because we're playing 17 games. I think a lot of these teams could be 500 or worse. I'll go with the Washington here to win 9 games, go 9-8. They brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick, the Amish rifle, who we all love, right? They've got a good backfield situation with Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick. You bring in Curtis Samuel to complement Terry McLaurin. Logan Thomas broke out last season. They have one of the better front sevens on defense in the National Football League, led by Chase Young. So I will go with Washington, the team with no name, to win the division again. That doesn't mean that the Cowboys might not potentially compete for a wild card berth, but I'm not giving the Cowboys the division simply because that defense has a lot of question marks.
So Washington did win the division in 2020 with a losing record, and right now DraftKings has them as the second favorites behind the Cowboys to win the NFC East at plus 260. The Cowboys, meanwhile, one of 3 teams to actually have plus odds as the betting favorite in their division. The Rams, the Ravens, and the Cowboys all plus money despite being the favorites to take home their division title. Ben, let me go over to you. I know you've been checking out some of the win totals for the Giants, Cowboys, Washington football team, and the Eagles. Anything catching your eye? Anything we should be putting some money down on?
I like the Giants win total at over 7. I think the changes that they made in the offseason combined with a really strong second half turnaround for the bulk of the offense. Certainly the defense played above their skis over the course of last year. Joe Judge has done an impressive job at coaching these guys up. And now that you add a little bit more talent into the mix, somebody like Kenny Galladay, if he's healthy, Evan Ingram dealt with some health issues over the course of last year. If he can find some consistency, and of course, bringing in Saquon Barkley after he missed the bulk of last year is going to do wonders, I think, to help Daniel Jones get a little bit more confident in this offense. So I think combined with a solid defense, a winnable division, and more skilled playmakers across the rest of the Giants offense, I think they have a step to go in getting back into contention. I don't know if they're going to win the division. I still think Dallas has the edge, and Washington should be in competition as well. But I think the Giants will be in that conversation, and to take a total of 7 wins, yeah, largely it's going to be dictated by whether or not Daniel Jones takes a considerable step forward. But I think with more of those offensive weapons around him, especially having somebody like Barkley back in the mix, I think they can clear that total of 7 wins fairly easily this year.
You don't have to lay down a lot of money to get that over on the 7. It's minus 130 on DraftKings right now for the New York football team, the New York Giants, to win over 7 games. And remember, they are playing an 18-week season or 18-week schedule in 2021. So 7 games is more than doable if you're a halfway decent franchise in today's NFL. And the Giants certainly showed some signs of that. Didn't really finish out too strong in 2020. But hey, we're focused on 2021 at Sports Illustrated. We have all the division breakdowns. Go check it out. Visit more for more analysis. Go to si.com/gambling.